Yo guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Silly Beach Show. Today I'm joined by the Ocean. Well, not the Ocean, but you know, the Ocean that everyone knows. How you doing, man?
What's good, people?
Yo, it's a pleasure to have you on. I know there's, you got a big fan base now, so I know a lot of people have been excited for this one.
No, thanks for having me, man. It's good to be here.
No problem. I know traditionally, like, these podcasts start out with, the whole origin story thing, but I know you've done a few podcasts like this in the past where people can hear that sort of thing, so I think it'd be good to get onto some other stuff other than, like, your origin story, but, like, if you could, like, sort of maybe give, like, a 1 minute quick version of, like, how you got to, being in where you are now.
Yeah, calm. So I started doing YouTube in like October 2017, and I guess I started making beats maybe I think it's coming up to like 5 years now, in January 2016. So yeah, I was producing for about a year and a half, but just sat on like a bunch of beats. I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know anyone in the industry or anything like that. So then I saw basically like people popping off on YouTube. I realized like there's a niche for producers. So in October 2017, that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to take this seriously, just try and upload videos and videos and videos and just see what happens. And yeah, I've just been doing that ever since. Here we are today, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who were like the people that you saw, popping off, who sort of inspired you to start?
Yeah, so the first person was a guy called Pat Ryan. I don't know if you heard of him. He was like
I've heard the name.
Yeah, he was like an OG. Maybe one of the... I had seen a few producers do it, but no one did it like Pat Ryan, because he uploaded a video, literally just making a beat layer by layer in Logic. And then that video popped off, it got like 1 mil. And I was just like, whoa, there's something here. Then he kept on dropping videos, but not in the same style as well. It was like, one might have been a trap one, then the next one was more like an 80s kind of vibe. Then the next one was kind of like an old boom bap kind of vibe, all different styles. And people were loving him. He was getting tons and tons of views. So I thought, wow, that's sick. I still didn't think I could do it because I didn't really want to be in front of the camera like that. But then I saw Sharp, and he came in with like a different energy. He was more like doing challenges and making it super fun. He was doing videos like making a beat at 1,000 BPM, making a beat at 1 BPM, making a beat with my eyes closed, all these like weird things. But he was popping off as well, getting like hundreds of thousands of views. And I think like after seeing those two do their thing, I was kind of sold. And then also there was guys like Aries, who was remaking beats in like 2 minutes. Ramzoid was doing his thing. So I'll say those 4 were probably like the main people that I saw and thought, okay, yeah, this is something. This can really be something.
Yeah, super cool. Did you ever do like anything to do with YouTube at all before? Because like, I know me, like I've been doing sort of like YouTube videos like since I was like 12, and like I know a lot of people like it's always like a thing that someone like people want to do. Well, it's like the dream thing now, isn't it? But you just sort of like that's like music was the first thing that you sort of did.
Yeah, pretty much, because I guess I always in the back of my mind thought YouTube would be cool, yeah. But I didn't consider myself like a camera person. That's something I think I had to get used to. Like I didn't really want to be in front of the camera. I always thought like if you did have to be in front of the camera, you'd have to be like, like an early Logan Paul or Jake Paul, like super loud and like, hey guys, what's up? And that's not really me. I'm very more chill. So I thought maybe it wouldn't be for me. But I guess like there's really a place for everyone on YouTube, which is a good thing. Like you can really be you and do your thing, and it can work. You don't have to be that loud person. So nah, not really. It was kind of just like I saw the opportunity. I saw like the lane, and I thought, okay, if there's any time, it probably should be now, But what was you doing on YouTube before when you was young?
All kinds of stuff. Like the first thing I did was like me and my friends. Like I wanted to be like a filmmaker when I was younger. Like. But like doing like crazy action effects and stuff like that. So me and my friends like cracked like Adobe After Effects, and we made like these really like bad films, and like got these toy guns and stuff, and just like edited just shooting each other basically.
Oh wow.
Like just like weird stuff like that. And did you ever watch like the slow mo guys?
Nah, I never heard of them.
No, it was basically like they just basically did stuff in slow motion, but it was like really cool. So that's what kind of inspired like that kind of stuff. And then I was into skateboarding for a bit, did skateboard videos, and then like more recently, like the past few years, like before lockdown and stuff, I was doing like a band, and we sort of had a YouTube channel too of like vlogging, you know, doing like gigs and stuff like that. So yeah, I've always kind of like whatever I've done, I've always sort of put YouTube alongside it, but I've never done it like by myself like this, if you get me, like really sort of, it's more just been for fun before this is, you know, taking this a little bit more seriously.
I think there was only one time, I must have been like 12, 13, where, you know, I don't know if you remember like these highlight videos of football and they used to just put music behind it. I made one video like that, and I've always tried to find it on YouTube, but I just don't remember what it was called. I don't remember what account it was on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I done that in like Windows Movie Maker. That's the only thing that I think I might have put on. Actually, tell a lie. I put one more thing on YouTube as well. We had to do a school project, and we had to act in it. I can't find that one either. I wish I could find that.
Yeah. I sometimes try and find my old videos, but like they've got the most ridiculous names, so it's just so hard to find them.
They're just lost in the system.
Yeah, but also I'm kind of glad that no one else can find them too. So. Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. Anyway, it's I like what you said anyway about like, you know, not having to be the big loud guy. Like it's cool how far like YouTube's come since the Logan Pauls and stuff. Because I was a bit like that, like, but then I saw like you and Kyle Beats, and you're both kind of like sort of pretty chilled and like laid back, and like you say, you don't have to be like, yo, what's up guys, and all that.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah, man. Anyway, I don't know if you saw, I put an Instagram post up yesterday like asking if people wanted to ask you any questions. So just like ask you a few of those if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm sure you expected this one. We've got the December, I think is how you're saying it. How to get people to buy your beats. Oh,
you know what? This is like the worst question for me because I don't sell beats. I did for like a brief period of time where I tried to do like the beat style things, but not seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like not properly. I never took it. I never had the business mindset of like really going after it. The only way that I had kind of some success was, there was a time period where you could just slide into independent artist DMs, and it was all a numbers game. You just slide into their DMs. Yo, I think you're sick. Like, I got some beats, blah, blah, blah. You just have a conversation and you try and sell them that way. And it was all very manual. It was very long. For every 100 rappers that you reach out to, maybe like 3 will reply positively, and you might get a sale out of that, if that. And that's how I made some money, but not a lot. And then, I mean, I had a few beats up on YouTube for a while, got a few sales from that. But really, from speaking to people who do have huge beat channels, it seems like the best way to do it is kind of ride the wave early of an artist that's popping. So for example, like, I don't know, when Central C just started getting hot, you want to kind of just target that Central C type beat keyword with every single beat. Be consistent with that one. You don't want to be like Central C, then Future, then Drake, then Young Thug. No, you just want to keep to the Central C type beat. You kind of have to be not early, but somewhat early, and just keep going after that keyword until you become the top guy for that keyword. That's what I've seen kind of work for other people, and what I've heard other producers have success with when it comes to selling beats. But like, yeah, man, like I'm just not that guy to say like how to sell loads of beats, because I don't sell loads of beats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm the same, man. It's not I don't find it very like able to do that game, but you know, I know it's like the big thing at the moment, in it. But like I don't like the YouTube thing, like you say, like sticking to the keyword thing. Like I tried that for a bit, but I get too bored of just making the same
the same beat.
Yeah, like it's just not fun to me. But yeah, well, so you said you didn't, you know, like do the beat selling thing, but I know you work with a few artists, don't you? Now you've got a studio and stuff you work with. Is it Lats? Is called?
Yeah, I work with Lats.
Yeah,
shout out Lats.
Yeah, that song is sick. The one where it's like the music videos in front of the house.
Oh, cheers, man.
Yeah, sick song. But I was gonna ask, like, when you're making like beats like that, like, what do you think the artist is sort of looking for, or like, you know, how do you build your beat for an artist, maybe?
To be honest, yeah, this is something that's been kind of recent as well. When I work in person with an artist, usually they tell me what they're looking for. Maybe they might even have like a few references, but they'll say, I want to sound like this, but a bit of this, but a bit of that, and I just make it on the spot. Like for example, Lats had something similar to that, and he really wanted a beat kind of similar to what he had in mind already. So I just made it like that. I even like had a few different instruments. He's like, nah, switch that instrument, put in this instrument, this is how I want it. And I just gave him exactly what he wanted. And I've been doing that for a lot of the artists I've been working with. And the process for that is kind of different. Like sometimes I might have samples already where I think it might fit their vibe. So for example, like in the last video I uploaded, I did a song with a singer called Zayn Gawi, shout out Zayn. And he told me kind of like what vibe he was going for. So I kind of just loaded up some samples that I think fit the vibe, chopped it up, made the beat on the spot with him. Or sometimes an artist might just like throw you, like completely spin you. Like I had a guy, he was like, yeah, I need it to sound like this artist, which was like some neo-soul artist, but then sound like hip hop from 2000s, but then have like this vibe. And I was like, oof, I haven't really got anything like this. I'm gonna have to like literally play shit on a spot and see what happens. And sometimes that's how it works as well. So the process always kind of changes. But if I'm working in person with the artist, usually I just cook it up on the spot. But yeah, to be honest, I haven't really came to a session with tons and tons of beats.
Yeah.
It's all just been on the spot, just making it for them, bespoke.
Yeah, that's how I like to work as well. Like I work with a few local artists around the area, and I think it's like much better doing it like that, and you know that artist is going to 100% like what you're making, and I just think it's a cooler process.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I've been kind of stressed, like in that situation where the artist was like wanting something completely different that I've never done before. You know, it's under pressure, so you gotta kind of do your best. But I think I haven't yet had that experience of like coming to the studio with like 20 beats, 30 beats, and playing them, flicking them through, and seeing what sticks. But I think that could probably work as well if you have an artist that kind of has more of a predictable style and you kind of know beforehand exactly what he wants. But yeah, as you said, man, if you kind of just create on the spot for them, and you do have to be kind of quick, but if you just create on the spot, then at least you're giving them what they asked for.
Yeah, very true, very true. Let's look at more of these questions. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. No. We've got someone's asked, how many artists are you working with outside of your YouTube/videos? So YouTube videos.
Quite a few. I mean, it changes all the time. Like, I probably have a few that I work with consistently, but then I also get the odd person that comes in. Maybe we don't work together in the future. We make a song here and there. I don't really know like the number. It's not like 20 or 30. It's probably like, I don't know, like around 10, maybe less. But it's always changing because you get new people, you get people that don't return. So it's always changing. Yeah.
Do you have like a dream placement?
Drake, 100%.
Drake, yeah.
If I get that Drake placement, like that's life changing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm also just like a huge fan of Drake.
Yeah.
I think like he's at the point where I don't know, he's like the Michael Jackson of rap in my opinion.
That is, yeah. So I'm sure you expected this. It's a good statement.
And I'd love to get a placement with Skepta. Just like, he's from North London as well. He's super like, I don't know, he's a huge inspiration, innit? He's just killed the games, doing his own trainers and shit now. Like, that would be a sick one as well.
Yeah, man, he smashed it. What's your favourite Drake song? Or Drake album?
Take Care is my favourite Drake album. My favourite Drake song, though, that's tough. I'd have to do like a top 10 or something.
There's a lot.
I feel like it'd be unfair just to pick one, you know what I'm saying? But Take Care, hands down. I don't think I'll ever get tired of that. And plus it has like nostalgic memories, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to listen to that on the bus daily when I was going to college. Yeah. When that first dropped. So yeah, man, that's a banger. That's timeless, classic.
Yeah, it's good stuff. What were you doing in college? Was that music related? Or?
Nah, man, I wish. I was doing A-levels, man. I did A-levels in biology, chemistry and French. So like completely different from music. I wish I started music young. Yeah.
I could never do that stuff. I was not smart enough.
Did you study music?
Yeah, I've done music the whole time. Like high school, did like, you know, the GCSE, and then did college and did uni.
Nice.
It's all music, cause I've never been able to do anything else.
Yeah.
Got another one here. How long was you grinding before you realised? Sorry, let me read this and then rephrase it. All right, so how long was you like doing YouTube before you noticed like a fan base?
I'd say it took like a year and a bit to get to 10,000 subscribers. But I feel like once I hit 10,000 subscribers, then we're onto something here, if that makes sense. Like I hit 10K and I thought, okay, this could really be something. And I got 10,000 subscribers literally January the 1st, 2019, New Year's Day. So from then I was like, okay, this could actually be something. Then it took me another year from there to get 100,000 subscribers. And once I hit 100,000, then I was like, yeah, that's it. Like, it's solidified now. We just got to keep moving forward. But yeah, 10K subscribers is when I realized that this could be something, you know. Before it was like, I'm doing YouTube, we'll see what happens. But 10K is kind of like, all right, we're onto something now, you know. It's more real.
Yeah. How often were you sort of uploading in that first year and a half?
I would say like, I think I tried to do every other day, but if I averaged out, it was probably more like 3 videos a week, roughly about 3 videos a week for the first year. Some weeks I might hit 4, but yeah, 3 videos I think.
Man, that must have been like so. Like, I've tried doing like a video every other day before, but I just get burnt out quick. Like I don't know how you do that.
But to be fair, yeah, when I look back on those videos, I don't think they weren't like great quality. Like if I was to do 3 videos a week now, it would take way more time than when I was doing it there. Yeah, I was just like, I was banging them out like it was nothing. It was like, time to make a beat. Let's switch on the camera. Half an hour goes by. Half an hour goes by. That's the video done. Quick edit, take me like an hour, hour and a half, and put it out. And the quality was, I ain't gonna lie, man, it was shit, but. I was definitely after quantity than quality back then, just to like keep getting out there.
Would you recommend that to someone who's like me, who's sort of starting out, like maybe more quantity over quality, or do you think it's maybe different now?
I think back then I could probably get away with the quality that I was putting out. I think now, because I wouldn't say I don't think the producer community on YouTube is saturated, or even like there's much competition, because I still feel like anyone can find their own lane. So I feel like maybe quantity is not exactly the way to go, but you do need quantity in a way. So I feel like the quality maybe just has to rise a little bit more than what I could have got away with in 2018. Because I feel like if I was doing those videos now, my beats were shit, the video wasn't great quality, so it's harder to watch. I don't think it would work. So I think I would have to up my quality a bit more now. Whether that's in for now. Making better music, but even that's subjective. Or just like having a certain style or aesthetic in your video, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that's good tips. We got another tip question, is tips for building your own brand.
Number one for sure, consistency. You have to keep putting yourself out there as much as possible. That's not even saying like you have to upload every single day or put content out every single day, but more just doing it regularly. So if you're going to do once a week, just make sure you're doing it once every single week. No skipping that. And then I think something that could help is just to have your own kind of flavor. Like everyone, let's say for example you wanted to be a YouTube producer, you could go the same route of doing like tutorials and things all the time, but if you just put like a little twist on it, something that's unique to you, I think it will help stand out a bit more and rise above like the rest of people. Like when I look at Kyle Beats, for example, in the early days, like everyone was doing the screen capture, but he was he had a very cinematic kind of style from early and wasn't always showing his screen, and I think that just made him stand out a bit more from the rest, for example. So I feel like if you can see what's working, but just put your own twist on it, it will help a bit. So I think those two definitely for sure.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. So after that was like it's it for the Instagram questions. There was more, but there's some like strange ones. There's one that was like, what's better, a drill bit or a drill beat?
Oh my days. What a joke.
Yeah, good stuff. I'll go to my own questions now that I've got written down. Came prepared. Some of them music related, some of them not so music related, but I always like to talk about some other stuff, because more to these YouTube producers than just music, I guess.
Trust me.
Yeah. So I got kind of a strange one, but why not? I've put like, what's your favourite app on your phone? Like that's not social media.
Favourite app?
Or like most useful app. We'll go with favourite.
Let me quickly have a look. Favourite app? I'm gonna have a look. Tinder. No, I'm joking. Maybe what do I always open like every day? You know what? I've kind of been trying to slowly get into crypto, innit?
Oh yeah.
So I've been checking like Coinbase, Binance like every day.
Yeah.
So I'd say like those two right now are like the ones that get opened on a daily, innit?
Yeah.
That's like the go-to apps right now.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, because I actually wrote down another question, like what are you into cryptocurrency and stuff? So.
Like kind of.
Yeah.
I'm getting into it. I've got like some investments and stuff, and but like I'm not deep in it. I'm not like, there's some guys, like a couple of my friends who are like on it every day, like WhatsApp groups popping, they're on it. But I'm trying to get to that level, but I feel like there's just so much information and noise out there in it, so it's hard to always figure out who to listen to. But I feel like from what I'm seeing and from what I'm hearing, it's a big opportunity, and it's probably one that you shouldn't miss. So it makes sense to just take the time to learn, as they say, do your research and figure it out.
Are you just looking at sort of the main ones, or are you looking at like altcoins as well?
Yeah, for the main ones for sure, but I'm definitely trying to look at the altcoins, because that's the ones where obviously like they're way more volatile, but there's some really big opportunities there. The growth could be huge, especially like if you get in early in it. Like that's the dream. If you can get in early and one coin explodes for you, that's life.
Yeah, very true. Are you in Dogecoin then? Nah.
Nah, I missed the boat. Well, I didn't miss the boat. I intentionally thought, nah, I'm not gonna do this because I feel like it's a fad. But I was wrong, because now it's like what, 60 cents, and only a month ago it was so cheap. It was cheap, man. But see, when I saw it at like 3 cents, and then it went to 9. I thought 9 would be its peak, and then it would die down, which it would lost a bunch of money. But now it's like 60 cents. So who's the fool here, man? Like, probably should have dipped something in there.
Yeah,
but you never know with
though,
crypto.
isn't it?
It's you just don't know. It's so volatile, you know.
Yeah.
Unless maybe people who are more experienced could probably have called it, but you just don't know.
Yeah. It's a dangerous game, and one that's getting a lot of hype at the moment is Safe Moon. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah. My friend was telling me about this. I was gonna pull the trigger on it, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but because it's not as simple as just going on an app and buying it. Like, you need to buy one coin to transfer it and that.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is long. I might just leave it for now because I feel like I'll probably miss the boat. Then it spiked, then it dipped down, and then I had the same feeling again. Okay, I missed the boat, but it dipped anyway, so who cares? Then it spiked again, so...
Yeah, it's you can torture yourself over it, can't you, if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll move on from the cryptos, because like anyone who's not interested in crypto will be like, this is boring. Favorite Netflix show?
Ooh, I got a few.
Yeah.
Elite or Elite, it's a Spanish one. That's top tier. Top Boy, hands down, in my opinion, best show on Netflix. Ozark, banger. There's another 6 Spanish one called El Ganador, which is like this. It's like a biopic of a reggaeton artist called Nicky Jam. I don't know if you've heard of it before.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's like 10 or 12 episodes, half in Spanish, half in English, but yeah, it's a good little story there. What else? On My Block, I kind of like that. That's the top shows that I can think of, you know. What have you been watching?
So my top shows, I haven't really got into many like new ones. I'm more waiting for like, you know, the ones that I've watched before to sort of add a new season. Like, well, I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That sort of had a season recently. There's a show called Money Heist. That's a Spanish one. Yeah, I'm into that, but the last season wasn't as good as the others, but I'll still watch it anyway.
I tried to get into it, but I wasn't feeling it. It was like,
not your thing.
It was too long. They were in the heist forever. I was like, nah, this is getting long now.
No, I really like that show. Stranger Things, I'm really into that. Like when that finally comes out. Like, I can't remember what happens. It's been like that long.
Oh yeah, there's another two that I forgot. Yeah. There's one called Master of None. It's kind of old now. I don't think they've got any new seasons. It's a comedy.
Yeah.
Top tier. And Friends from College, top tier again. But they cancelled that too. 2 comedy ones, but they're sick.
You seem to know a lot more shows than me. Like, I don't know that many.
There was a time period that I binged, man.
Yeah. What was this, like the start of COVID sort of thing?
Yeah, like that. The first time I started binge watching stuff for sure.
Yeah. Are you into like games at all?
Not really. I used to be heavily into FIFA.
Yeah.
But I haven't really. I don't think I've played a video game in like 6 months or something.
Yeah, really. That's what I got on in start of lockdown was the video games.
What was you banging out?
I used to like play. You know, League of Legends.
Oh yeah. I heard that's really addictive.
Yeah, it is, man. Like, I was really into it in like high school, like every day, and then like lockdown started, and I was like, this is, you know, what am I going to do with myself? Because like I was doing mostly band stuff, like playing drums for bands. So like then all that stopped. So I was like, I have so much time now. So literally went straight to PC World, got like a monitor, keyboard, mouse, and set up my old PC.
Got the whole setup ready.
Yeah. But then I got bored again after like 2 months. Yeah. Right, another question. If you started again, like if you forgot like all your, you know, logic skills and like producing skills, and you had to start again, would you still use Logic, or would you use a different DAW?
That's a good question. I'm not too sure. It depends on the circumstance, because the reason why I started using Logic was because I had a Mac, and at the same time FL wasn't on Mac. It was kind of in beta mode. It was still like testing, and there was a lot of bugs, and I don't think I even knew about Ableton, so that's why I use Logic. So it depends. Like, if I was starting again and I had a Mac, maybe I might try Ableton, because I keep hearing how sick that is. But let's say I didn't have a Mac and I had a PC, then I'd probably just go straight for FL Studio, to be honest.
Yeah.
And to be fair, maybe I wouldn't use Logic, just because I feel like the money you spend on a Mac, if you spent that on a PC, you could probably build like something a bit more faster, a bit more stronger. And so if you can't use Logic on PC, so it would probably end up being FL or Ableton. But it just depends on like what the circumstance is.
Do you prefer like the Windows interface, or you like OS more?
Nah, not at all. I'm proper like into Mac. Like whenever I use a PC, to me it seems very rigid and old, whereas using a Mac is very smooth and seamless. It seems modern. But to be honest, I'm probably like a bit of a Mac fanboy. Like I got iPhone, the Mac, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the ecosystem already.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, I used to be like all about Windows when I was younger, but now I've got a Mac and stuff. Like, I cannot imagine going back at all.
Yeah, it feels different when you go back.
They're so expensive though, Macs, but you can, same with iPhones, I guess. Like,
trust me,
you can get an Android phone that's half the price, but we still all get iPhones.
Bruh, I don't think I never say never, but I literally feel like I'll never not have an iPhone. I could never see myself going to an Android. It just seems too weird, man. iPhone is just so easy to use.
Yeah, especially when you've got a Mac as well, and you've got like the AirDrop and stuff,
it's perfect,
it's all just connected and works good. Yeah, it's good stuff. Another question: if you could only use VSTs or analog synths for the rest of your life, which one would you use?
Honestly, VSTs, just because it's easier. I can take my laptop everywhere and still have my VSTs and cook up. Whereas analog, I can only use, unless I'm going to a studio with another analog setup, I can only use analog here. So it's not mobile, so it's not practical. And plus, for ease of use, like with analog, unless you have the whole MIDI setup, with you actually need to play in everything. Which, if you're a good player, then you're calm. I'm not the best player.
Yeah.
But for example, like with the VSTs, you can just pencil everything in. You can drag in a MIDI. It's just more, I don't know. It's more practical, innit? So for practicality, I'm gonna say VSTs for sure. However, I do love the sound of analog, and I do love the creativity that it can bring. But just because I can take my laptop and be anywhere, then I gotta go with the VSTs.
Yeah, that's fair. I expected you to struggle a lot more with that one, but
nah, man.
Yeah, it seemed a straightforward choice for you.
100%.
What's your like main goals for this year?
So at the beginning of the year, I set myself a goal to get 5 major placements. So I'm trying to just work towards that, to be honest. I didn't set a ton of goals this year. Mainly it was just the 5 placements, be in great shape, and just continue to grow the brand and launch my plugin. So I've done the plugin one. I'm in the process of getting in great shape, and then I'm in the process of trying to get more placements. So just working towards them, to be honest.
It's awesome. Do you think you'll do another plugin?
I'd like to. Not anytime soon. But I definitely like to, because I got some ideas for some more plugins that I want to do in the future. But it's a long process, man. That plugin took a long time to bring to life, and there was times where I thought maybe it's not even going to come out, because it's just a lot of back and forth and stuff. So knowing what I know now, the second plugin should be better and easier to do, but I don't want to put that time in there right now in it. I want to focus more on trying to get some placements.
Yeah, that's cool, man. How do you handle hate comments?
I don't really like pay attention to it. I'm not even gonna lie. It's good. I mean, like, it's good if there's some hate. I guess I struck such a strong chord for you to go ahead and leave a leave a comment like that. But I don't care, man. It's their problem. It's their opinion. And it's like, it's nothing in it. For every one hate comment that I get loads of love in it. So it's better that I just pay attention to all the love that I get than to really have a hate comment try and like bring me down. I've got past the point where I even care about hate comments in it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I actually think the like YouTube music community is like seems to be like really nice sort of thing. Like I don't think there is a lot of haters compared to like other, you know, parts of YouTube.
Other niches for sure.
Yeah,
man. To be honest, the hate comments that I realize I get them from the same people anyway. Yeah, it's just like the same, you know, the same name, no picture, no nothing. So they even say it with their chest anyway, but just like leaving hate comments. So it's the same people, but yeah, I don't know. It's not really, it's nothing to do with me. It's all on them. So it's not really an issue. Yeah,
people do some strange things. Like I just don't get it. Like I remember this one guy. I said, you know, Ghosty, the producer. Yeah, I did like a video making a beat like Ghosty, and I must have got some accent said Ghosty in like a certain way, and like he literally went through every single one of my videos commenting Ghosty but spelled like Ghersty because of how I said it, and I was just like, that must have taken so much time, right, to go through all the. Like, I just I'm just like wake up to like 20 odd comments and saying Ghosty.
Oh man, that guy's got time in his hands.
Yeah, it's interesting. What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and YouTube didn't exist anymore?
That's a good question. I think I'd still be doing the same thing. Maybe just putting videos on a different platform. I'd definitely still be making music, still be making beats. I don't think much would change, to be honest. If anything, I'll just try and switch to another platform, and maybe my content will have to change, so it's more in line with what pops on the platform. So, for example, like TikTok. If I had to do more TikTok videos, then I'll just do like 1 minute clips and stuff like that. But I don't think much would change, to be honest. I'll still be trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. Like, if YouTube was gone, there's always going to be someone looking to fill that space, isn't there? So
yeah, 100%. I feel like there's such a need for long form content, or like the style that pops on YouTube, that there'll just be another place that does it. I'm surprised there isn't that.
Very
like
true.
There isn't many platforms that have competition with YouTube. Like YouTube is such a standout, but you know, for Instagram, there's Instagram Reels, and then you have TikTok as well, or Snapchat stories and Instagram stories. But there's nothing like kind of similar to YouTube. Maybe Vimeo, but it doesn't bang the same.
Nah, I always think that like it's strange that there's never been like hype around a new sort of platform like that.
Maybe Facebook kind of comes close, but it's still not the same.
Yeah. I guess Facebook does have some longer videos, doesn't it? But they don't like. System's just not as good, is it? Yeah,
because you can't search properly, I don't think.
Nah.
But I feel like there'll probably be something that pops up that's similar that we just have to jump on.
Yeah. There's also the point of like how big a catalogue YouTube's got now. Like, you watch a video, you recommended like 30 other videos straight after. So
true.
Yeah, it would take like a long time for anyone else to build that up, I guess, wouldn't it? What's your favourite clothing brand?
Billionaires Boys Club.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love that brand. I love Billionaires Boys Club. I do like What else? I like Nike. I mean, Nike's good. There's nothing the same as that. Probably those two.
Yeah. But
What's yours? What would you say is your top ones?
I'm with you on the Nike. I really like Stussy. Always liked Stussy. It's like one of the first clothing brands I sort of got really into. I like some Huff stuff. Like when I got into clothes was like when I got into skateboarding. So a lot of the like brands I like is like skateboarding brands, if that makes sense. Yeah. So just anything like that, really, I guess. Also, I never buy clothes. So all the clothes I have are just bare old.
I hear you.
Yeah. I've put next, what's your favourite shoe? I don't know how into shoes you are, but
my favourite.
I have like a strong feeling of what you might say.
I like Air Dunks a lot right now.
All right.
My favourite, I can't even pronounce it. It's Mihara Yoshiro, I think is the designer's name. It's like a Converse but thicker. It's like a weird design, but I love that right now. But yeah, I love the Dunk silhouette for sure.
Cool, man.
What did you think I was going to say?
I really expected you to say Air Force. I really thought you'd just say Air Force One, just like classic, and you said Nike's good.
You can never go wrong with a pair of Air Force. They're like
you?
A staple, innit? You can never go wrong with them.
So easy.
But yeah, I think I'll say Dunks for now.
Cool, man. Would you ever take a publishing deal?
Yes, depending on the context, and it's got to be for a humongous bag.
Yeah,
huge bag. It would have to be crazy. But, just depends on the situation. If it was a big bag, and it was publishers that could maybe get me opportunities that I probably couldn't get myself, and get into rooms that maybe I wouldn't be able to get into, then I'll do it. But you always hear stories with publishers who promise you the world. Yeah, we get you in with this person, that person. It doesn't happen. Or they tie you up into long-term deals and the bag wasn't big in the beginning. So it really just depends. It would have to be a really good deal, and someone that I believe could take me to another level, you know?
Yeah. What's your thoughts on like the likes of like internet money? Would you like, what if they hit you up and was like, move to LA, you know, come work with internet money?
I don't know. I'd have to see what the situation is saying, innit?
Yeah.
I think I do love internet money. Like, I think it's a sick thing that they've got going on, and it seems to be like a very plug and play situation. Producers go there. You kind of know what's expected, high output of work. You're going to get a few placements here and there. I don't know what it's like on the business side. If the business is good and I feel like I could get a lot of opportunities, then I would consider it. I do feel like there could be a lot of opportunities just to come from it, but just depends, innit? It just depends. I couldn't say like yes or no for sure right now. I'd have to analyse it.
All depends on the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there's ever going to be like a UK sort of internet money type thing?
There could be. I feel like the attitudes might be a bit different. I don't know. Like, even though I feel like producers do like to collab, it seems to me like the attitude here is more just like everyone for themselves, rather than more of like, let's come together as a group of producers and really make something happen and put yourself to the side and let's make something bigger than us, like an internet money.
Yeah.
But maybe there's a bit more egos from what I've seen anyway. Like, I'm not trying to, shoot fire at anyone, but just a bit more like each man for himself here-ish.
Yeah.
So
I get what you're saying.
There's a possibility
I do
for
feel
sure,
like,
but I don't know. What was you saying?
It does feel. I was just going to say it does feel a bit more closed off in the UK. I mean, obviously, I've never been out there and experienced that either, but it's just like you say, it does feel a bit more like every man for themselves sort of thing.
Yeah, that's more of the vibe that I've been getting, but
Yeah.
things could change in the future, and it could be a lot more collaborative, and maybe you'll see like teams similar as like Internet Money, 808 Mafia pop up in the UK, but it hasn't happened. I don't think it's happened yet. Is there any like UK producer groups? I know there was something Brigade that was doing a lot of drill beats and stuff, and there was a few drill producers in there, but yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Nah, I've come across some like small ones on Instagram, you know, like that sort of a couple of like, it might just be even a couple of mates sort of who've decided to make one or whatever, but I'm not seeing anything like on a level sort of thing.
Yeah, fair.
What's your thoughts on like an artist signing to a record label first, like someone like Russ who's doing it all independent? Like, what do you think? What would you? I don't want to say advise, but maybe if you was like an artist, rapper yourself, would you be off for the record deal, or would you want to be all independent?
I think again, it all comes down to what do you want. I think it comes down to what you want and the context again. I feel like for some artists, going the Russ route will be better for them, especially if they're more self-sufficient and they can make things happen on their own. Like, I feel Russ is kind of an exception, and not everyone could do what Russ done, because I mean, he produced, mixed, mastered, rapped on these songs. A lot of artists don't want to do all of that. That's not appealing to them. They just want to be an artist. They just want to be in the room, express their feelings, catch a vibe, and move on to the next thing. They don't want to do like the whole nitty-gritty process. But then you've got some artists that maybe do have a talent, don't really have like a vision, so they need a team to kind of put that together for them, and that's where like maybe having a record label. But I feel like record label, they probably come in more when you have a little buzz going. It's tough. I don't know. I feel like first of all you kind of have to analyze what you want. If you want to be your stars in the world, first of all you kind of have to. You might want to look into getting a record label, because they're gonna push you in ways that will take either longer as an independent artist, or it was going to be 10 times harder, because you're going to now have to make all those connections that the record label already has. You're going to have to go to radio and all these kind of things, and it might not even be, I'm sure there's a way, but it might not even be like super possible to do just by yourself, you know? So it might be better for you to go the record label route. So depending on the context, yes, and depending on what you want, yeah, you know? I feel like I waffled a bit there without giving an answer, but it just depends. I think it really depends on you as the artist.
No, these questions are very like just so dependent on the situation, but it's good to get the mind thinking. How would you start out today? I've not said that very well, have I? Yeah, how would you start out if you was to start out today?
Yeah, I see what you mean. I'll probably do the same thing, but I think I would have put music out earlier, just so I can get more feedback, but not with the intention of it like blowing up necessarily or anything like that. I'll just put it out so I can get a bit more feedback, because I didn't do that for a long time. And I'd put more emphasis on trying to build connections with other producers and other artists, and try and collaborate a lot more than I have done in the past. Now I have been collabing a lot, but maybe like the 2 years before, I really did any collaborations less than 5 in person for sure. So I think I would have done that a lot more, and just tried to build connections with people a lot more. That's one thing I'm learning about like the industry. Is a lot about networking and meeting people and knowing people. And if you want to play that game, you kind of have to play that game, you know.
Yeah, that's very true. That was something that I definitely learnt like through being in a band for like a few years. Like, you really don't get anywhere if you don't know people that, you know, do a bit of this.
100%. You can be a sick producer, but if no one knows you, then you're just going to be a sick producer that no one knows. If you want to be known, you need to not only put yourself out there, but meet You have to meet people, and that's something that I'm still learning today. I don't feel like I've clocked it or anything like that, because I still haven't got major placements. But it's something that I'm learning, you know, as I'm doing this journey too. Yeah.
No, it's hard to make those connections there, but it's all over time, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you did a collab with Jay Cactus yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah. Shout out Jay Cactus, man.
Yeah, how did that go?
It was sick, man. It's good to like see him in person, because we've obviously been speaking online and that. Yeah. And I always see like his jewel beats pop up on my feed, and so it was good to just like cook up in it, catch a vibe, make something. Yeah, it's nice. I like having collaborations with people, because you always I realize you always learn something new. The way how people make beats, and it kind of gets you thinking in different ways as well. They do stuff that you'll never have thought of, so the whole outcome is different, and that's really cool. Yeah.
That's like the main. Well, I'm like excited for the session that we're doing with like LB and stuff, because
man, that's gonna be sick. There's gonna be so much of us in one room, so imagine like what could happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and but like plus like I've not like been producing, like I've been producing, but not so much in the hip hop scene like as much, and I've worked with rappers, but not like other producers much, because there just isn't really anyone in my local area doing it that much. So I'm like really excited to see like how other people do things, and especially you, because you're like the only other guy on Logic that I know of.
Yeah, there's not many of us, man.
Nah, small
very small
gang. Yeah, like Logic versus FL. If we had a fight, like I don't think we'd have good chance.
We're outnumbered already. They've got like 1 million producers versus like probably less than 10 for us, you know.
Yeah, so true. More questions have I got here? How do you get into the right mindset for committing to like YouTube or music?
This is a good question. I think something that was helped me in the beginning. I didn't put like a ton of pressure on myself. Obviously, like I wanted to get more subscribers, and I kind of had in the back of my mind that yes, I will get 100,000 subscribers. It's gonna happen. It's just timing. But at the same time, it wasn't like pressure to like I didn't put out a video and think this has to do 15,000 views or 20,000 views. It was just like I put it out, no attachment, try and give as much value as possible, and then just move on to the next one and just keep going, because it's a snowball effect. So I feel like if you have the mindset of just keep going, there's no stopping, and you have a belief that you can do it, like really feel like you can do it, not just say it but kind of approach it half-heartedly, like put your intentions out there and just match it with the work, then I think that's a good way to go. But you have to, you can't just, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I've set goals and then I've set goals kind of willy-nilly and not put my effort behind it, and so obviously it doesn't happen. But I've also seen if you set a goal but then you go after it kind of relentlessly, it can happen. So I think that's a good approach. And I'm not saying you have to like work non-stop without doing anything else but just work. I'm just saying that you just put your goal out there and you just keep working towards it. What's that analogy? Keep laying your bricks all the time. Yeah. So something like that.
Yeah, that's good advice. Are you aiming for the 1 million subs?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'd love to have 1 million subs. I think it's probably going to take me a few years, but I mean, I don't have any intentions to stop YouTube anytime soon. It's something I really enjoy, and I'd love to hit 1 million subs, 100%. That'd be like a great milestone, you know. Yeah. I think if I hit 1 million subs, I'm actually gonna like fully celebrate that one.
Yeah, that's a huge win. If it's 1 million, that is huge. But no one's really. I don't know of anyone who's on 1 million yet. YouTube.
I don't think anyone in the hip hop kind of producer circle has done it on YouTube. Yeah, there's other like Andrew Huang, who's got like 2 million or something. He's probably like one of the bigger YouTube producers, but not in our kind of
niche,
in our kind of music, in our realm, if that makes sense.
He's more like EDM, isn't he? Like dance.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Simon
electronic
Zavida, I
stuff.
think, will be the first one to hit 1 million for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking that either that or maybe Kyle. Or what's Kyle on?
I think he's approaching half a mil.
Yeah. But yeah, I would predict Simon. Although there's some of it, like, doesn't Ramzoid have like?
Yeah,
Go on,
that's
what
the
were you
thing.
gonna
You
say?
just never, you kind of never know.
Yeah.
Someone could just come out of nowhere and just take it, just
Yeah.
like go as they, what do you call it, like just blow up.
Yeah.
So you don't know.
Skyrocket. Yeah.
But I feel like Simon's probably like on pace to be the breakthrough to get the milli.
Yeah. I thought that, like, looking at Jay Cactus, like, he's only been going a year and he just like
Killing it.
sort of the quickest I've seen someone grow like that. Like, I think he's on like 50k now, isn't he? Yeah, in a year.
Something
That's
like
just
that.
like crazy. Yeah, man. I think I've run out of questions now. I'll just have a quick scan down, see if I've missed any. No, it doesn't. Yeah, that's all my questions. See if I don't know. Have you got anything that you'd like to talk about? Like, tell us about that. You got future plans this year or anything like that?
Nothing like special coming up in the pipelines. I'm just gonna keep dropping these YouTube videos. Hopefully, you'll see a few placements this year from me. Some more songs. And that's it, really. You know, just gonna keep ticking on.
That's cool, man. Are you like sort of settled in London now for a while? Because I know you move around quite a bit, don't you? Yeah.
No, I think I'm settled here. I think I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Because I got like the whole studio and that, so I don't really like want to keep I wouldn't want to keep moving like all this equipment around. It's a lot to be moving around, you know.
Yeah.
And plus, I feel like there's some advantages just basing in one place and trying to build in your city, in it, which is what I'm trying to do. So I think I'm gonna be here for a while. Maybe like take trips here and there when things open up, but I'm gonna be based here.
Yeah. Now that London's a great place to do that as well.
Yeah. Have you come down here a couple of times or at all in the past?
Yeah, nothing like music related, but like I've been a couple of times just for, you know, like trips and stuff.
Okay.
But I haven't been for a very long time. I'm trying to think the last time I went. Like, I could have probably maybe been 12, to be honest, when the last time I went to London.
Okay.
Like, I've been to go to the airport, but like actually like being in London, walking around and stuff, I think I was probably like 12. So like almost 10 years ago.
I hear you.
But
because it must be like quite a long trek from where you are, innit?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's 2 hours on the train, but it's like 4. Oh, actually, no, I tell a lie. I actually went there 2 years ago because my band played in London.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a very nice area. I can't remember what it's called.
Fair enough.
But yeah, driving down there is crazy. Do you drive?
Yeah, it's like, well, I know.
Yeah.
To drive to Manchester, it will take roughly like 3.5 to 4 hours drive.
Yeah.
But train is quicker. It's like 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah. Now London roads are crazy as well, aren't they?
Yeah, man. It's like it's just a lot happening on the road, innit? You have to always be kind of vigilant. But you know what the most annoying thing is? It's so fucking annoying, man. There's like cameras everywhere, and like you speed, you're getting a ticket. You take the wrong turn, which they set you up, you're getting a ticket. You park in the wrong space, and there's hardly any parking spaces in Central, you're getting a ticket. It's like they just you're set up to get tons of tickets, man. That's the main thing. Plus, like, you also have congestion charge in the central area. So if you drive in there, you have to pay £15 unless you have an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
I heard
like,
about that.
It gets pricey, innit? I think that's why, like, I end up, even though I drive sometimes, I probably just like take public transport way more just to get around. 'Cause it's a bit quick. Maybe not always quicker, but simpler.
Yeah. Have you got a dream car to get? Or are you not that into cars?
I'd like to get a Tesla for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Those look sick.
Everyone wants a Tesla.
Everyone wants a Tesla. Yeah, for sure, man. They look sick. I'd
Yeah.
love to get that.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like I'm waffling about just random crap now, so maybe we'll bring it to an end there.
Cool, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. It's been good.
Oh, no, it's been a pleasure having you on. It's been a good chat, an interesting one.
Yeah, man. We got to get in. I mean, we're gonna get in soon, but we got to get in again. You got to come down to London and cook up.
Yeah, that would be fire. I would love to take a trip down to London because, like I said, I haven't been for years, and yeah. Plus, your studio looks mad cool, and you've got some like synths that I'm like dying to have a go on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they're super cool. Anyway, so yeah, but thank you for everyone who's listened, and thanks Ocean for coming on, and see you next time.